G'day and welcome back to Duxella Gaming and Willamina Forest. Yes, we are back continuing on with the development of our farm being carved out of our rich, thick forestry area here at Willamina. And we are just in the throes of putting our lime down on this field we've just created. And we are then going to plant it before we run out of time for planting, because we're in the midst of summer with seasons and we've only got a couple more days where we actually have the planting window is open. So we need to get that done. So we've sort of rushed that a little bit. Now, a bit of a recap from the last episode. We bought our sheep and all that sort of stuff, so they're all sitting there nice and happy as Larry. But what we need to do is we need to also head up. We are going to get our grass fields we've got up near the farm we had for our sheep in preparation, and we're going to repurpose them as general arable fields, so they'll become corn and or soybeans. That's the only thing we can plant, I think, at the moment. We'll double check that with the season's planting window in a second. So yeah, we're going to change them up because we've got enough grass down here near the sheep to not have to worry about utilizing that. So just going to get rid of that. Now, there was one tree stump over here I did want to get rid of. Now I've put the lime down. I might not be able to find which one it was, but we'll have a look and see. So bring the old T-Rex over here. Let's see if we can munch up the one tree stump we saw, which we should have got rid of before we put the lime down, but anyway, that's just the way we do things around here. Alright, where are we? No, I can't see it at all. You guys see it? No, can't see it. Alright, let's do the cheaty thing. Let's have a quick look. I think it was... There it is there. Right. Just that little one there. Put it forward. There we go. He's gone. Right. That's it. What we're going to do is we're going to take the T-Rex back. We'll also take the Xerion back so he can follow on behind. It'll be a bit of a slow trip, but we'll get there eventually. Alright, so we'll get the Xerion. We'll put him on a follow me. And, well, what's going on? Oh, okay. Bear with me 2 seconds. Okay, that's better. Right. We were taking our screenshots before for the videos, and I didn't turn off the option to do that, so we're going to put this on the follow. 30 meters is fine. Right, we'll grab the T-Rex again, and we're going to head back to the farm. Alright, here we go. So, yeah, so we've got our sheep up and running. We've got 2 fields now complete over here. We just have to sow that field there. And in fact, what are we doing this for? Right, let's change the plan. Let's get the Xerion again, as I'm stuck in the tractor, and the T-Rex won't let me out. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to get you to come back up here. We're going to grab the seeder. We're just going to seed that field now. There's no point going all the way over there when the seeder is here. We do need to come back though and collect the seeder and the plough, because we're going to need them over the other side. In fact, well, we don't need them. We've got the Great Plains over there if we need to. But anyway, we'll get this done first. Alright, so we are set for soybeans again. I think soybeans is what we'll do. So we'll do a couple of soybeans fields over this side. So that'll work out fine. Now, I don't think... Yes, we don't have courseplay enabled on this map. So I can't even experiment with getting courseplay going. We may enable that actually coming back now from here on in, because we have got a few fields underway. It will certainly enable us to do a little bit more as we're going on. As for hired hands, well, we haven't had any of our hired hands for a while. Is that by design or whatever? Well, no, not necessarily. We are still open to having helpers come in. And I know a couple of you guys did mention it previously that you'd come and help out, the likes of Jimmy J and myself. I know Jimmy said he'll be back in a flash. He's got to finish out some more immigration issues. Maybe Kiwis. Well, in fact, I've got to be worried about it because Australia's policy with immigrants is that we send criminal immigrants back no matter where they're from. There's been a bit of a stoush between New Zealand and Australia because we've been sending some New Zealanders back once they've done their prison time to Australia. I've got to make sure that Jimmy's not one of them. I don't want to have to rely on him and find out he's a criminal. He's being sent back to New Zealand. But anyway, jokes aside, it's a joke. It's a joke, by the way. It's a joke. I don't think he's a criminal. If you would like to come in and join us and help us out on an episode or two occasionally or whatever else, then drop me a line either in the comments down below or DM me on Discord and come have a chat on Discord. It's not going to be open to those that I do not know. Let's just be quite frank and open about this. I'm not going to have a random stranger come in and join me on my map and have someone that can basically wreck it entirely on me, all that sort of stuff. So you need to be known to me, all that sort of stuff, and we'll go from there. But yeah, I'm not going to go out on a limb and just bring a totally random person in here for the first time I have anything to do with them. So yeah, anyway. But yeah, so if you're interested, drop me a line and we'll have a chat about it. We may arrange to play on some other map or something, just to sort of see how things fit, and go from there. But I'm pretty sure you'll see JJ back here pretty soon. Now we've reactivated the series, and don't tell anyone, but we do like having JJ in here and doing some farming with him. So yeah, we'll see how that goes. Insofar as any other guests, I have put an invite out to my good mate Jerry to come and join us. He's been a bit busy with work and all that sort of stuff, as well as getting his www.simplysafemods.com up and running. And if you don't know what that is, go check it out. That is Jerry's new mod hosting site where he's hosting Farming Simulator 17 and 19 mods. Some great mods already over there. Some maps from CCS 101. Great Western Shore map for Farming Simulator 17 from the great Bullet Bill. And a whole pile of other stuff he's slowly getting over there. So go check that out. But yeah, hopefully we might be able to get Jerry to come in and give us a hand one day. We did speak about it very briefly last year at some point, and he said he would be interested. He'd be interested. So we'll just have to hit him up and see. So Jerry, there's your formal invite. Anyway, all right. Okay, so where are we up to now? Hang on, where I'm here with this. So this is a sort of one where, like, so we've now done. This is our second field in a row. We've done the ploughing and then the fertilizer, the lime, and then the seeding. So certainly, normally this is where we'd probably have a hired hand or whatever doing this. In fact, that's what I might do. I might put this on a hired hand and just see how it goes. Let's experiment. I'll be interested to see how it goes. I mean, we've obviously defined the field and all that sort of stuff, so there shouldn't be too much of an issue. So let's just see what happens. What's the worst that can happen? the worst that could happen, you could drive like me. All right, let's line it up here and see how we go. Nah, doesn't like it. Thought that might be the case. Right. Fat chance of that happening, we're going to do it manually. So courseplay, I think, is going to be our only other option. So we'll bring courseplay in. And the one good thing about courseplay now, by the way, is it's now multiplayer compatible. So previously, if you had courseplay enabled on a multiplayer game, you basically couldn't use it. Whereas now you can. So I've been testing that with my good mates JJ and DJ. And yes, no, it does get confusing sometimes. We've been using courseplay in a multiplayer environment quite successfully. So it certainly does lend itself to being in this sort of situation where I'm doing a combination of solo play and also multiplayer. So if you want to get the latest version of Courseplay, which has got that enabled in it, all that sort of stuff, you need to go to the GitHub, the Courseplay GitHub. I may remember to provide the link down below, but otherwise just Google Courseplay GitHub, GitHub, FS19, and it will take you to the site where you can download the zip file from there directly. I'm pretty lucky actually. JJ keeps a very solid eye on the GitHub, and he's regularly updating both myself and our other good mate Frithgar with copies of Courseplay. So becoming quite lazy, really haven't had to really check it of late. So JJ's another update ready yet? All right. So we're almost there. So it's now becoming a really big farming enterprise now we've got going here, because we've got quite a number of fields, and now we've got the sheep going. We're going to be quite busy. So whereas before we were sort of like, yeah, we'll just get some forestry done and this and that, we're going to have to really manage our time a lot better from here on in, because we're going to be under the pump. And certainly for harvest time, so I'm certainly going to be needing to get JJ's immigration issues sorted, or get someone else in to help for harvest and stuff. So I think we're going to be quite busy in a short period of time. And then of course we'll go into winter and we'll be bored and not be doing much at all other than just more forestry. So anyway, it is what it is. That's part of the challenge of playing on a map like this. And I mean, as I said previously, it's a refreshing way to play a map. And I'm surprised by the amount of people that haven't tried it. I mean, I certainly didn't try it in all of FS17 because logging's not my thing, and it's still not my thing. But insofar as something totally different, it's actually been quite refreshing to do this. Adds that extra element into it that you're not necessarily so comfortable with and all that, and then throw it in with seasons. I think things in this series could get quite interesting, but yeah, we'll give it a go once. It's like driving a John Deere. We'll drive a John Deere once, and then it'll burst into flames, and you'll never have to worry about driving it again. So it's all right, Chris Webb. Don't have conniptions, Chris. For those of you who don't know Chris is one of our great mates. He's followed us pretty much since day one. He's a valued contributor on our Discord. Actually, no, he's not a valued contributor because he constantly talks about John Deere and talks badly about class. But anyway, he's a contributor to our Discord, and he loves his John Deere. So there's always a bit of fun cajoling going on between himself and myself and JJ and a few others in relation to the battle of JD versus everything else. So yeah, he gets a little bit defensive of his green horrible machines, but anyway, that's okay. We forgive you, Chris. It's all right. All right. So I'm not going to say anymore because I could alienate a lot of other people as well. I mean, look, a lot of people ask me about whether I really do hate John Deere, and all I'm going to say to that is hate's a very strong word, and we'll move along. All right, so we're going to grab these guys and take them over to the farm now, and then once I'm over there, I'll then come back over with the 2 tractors, and we'll collect the plough and the horse, and we'll then bring them back over to the farm as well. So a bit of transition period at the moment, so we'll bring everything back. We can go past and have a look at these beautiful sheep. Lovely merinos out there on the pasture. Lovely view. Look at the lovely view they've got. Stunning. Stunning view. In fact, I should have put the bloody farmhouse down here. It would have been much better. Although then again, the farmhouse view is not that bad. It's not that bad at all. Alright. Sheep making a bit of a mess. So it's a very slow trip with this thing. 20 k's, 18 k's an hour, 20 k's maximum. But slow and steady wins the race, so they say. Right, over the rackety old bridge. Be nice if it did an extra 5 or 10k. It makes a big difference, but it is what it is. In fact, what we might do is I might not even take this all the way back. I might just leave this here at the township. See if we can get it locked up in one of the buildings or next to the buildings over here. And then we're sort of transitioned halfway in between, so I am going to need to bring it back. Oh, yeah, I am going to need to bring it back to the other field, so it's probably a bit pointless bringing it all the way back to the farm anyway. So we'll leave it over here. I just wanted it out of the way so it's not over there while we're doing all the field work. I also don't want to leave anything out too far remotely, because that's when we do have problem with kids and all that decide to run around and experiment with things they find that they don't know anything about and all that sort of stuff. So we want to protect the equipment where we can. So we're going to bring him in. We're just going to we'll park him over here, probably next to this old barn up here. And we'll ask the owners if they can just keep a bit of an eye on it for us. Alright, so is everyone to stop following us? Right, so just parking here. That should be fine. Alright. So he's left there. Go grab the Zero and we'll go take him back up to the farm. And then we'll be right. Okay. Up we go. Up the plateau. And then back down we go. So in this little flat area in here, I'm undecided what we're going to do in here yet, but this is where a lot of our buildings that will be going, that we're going to be using from here going forward. So this area through here, but I'm not so sure what we're going to need. I'm not going to go overboard for sure, and because we're probably not going to have cows and pigs, we probably really don't need that much anyway. We might put in a grass dryer, depending on how much grass we end up sort of having available to us. That may be something that's a bit handy for us. Will I wash it? No, I'm not going to bother washing it. I'll just put it away. So yeah, so we're not going to need to, because I get caught up in here. I'm not so sure what else we're going to really do in that area. I mean, we could put a couple of sheds in there if we really thought we needed it, but I'm not 100% sure we need to do that either. But yeah, I don't know. We've got that nice bit of flat land down there to use, and I don't know what I'm going to use it for at this stage. I'm sure we'll come up with something, but at the moment it's just going to have the storage areas. I could put in, I guess, some storage for this. Oh, it's not going to fit in there. Right. Fine. If you're not going to fit in there, I'll put you outside. Right. So we're going to put him up out here. Yeah, I could put in some silos for fertilizer and all that sort of stuff instead of using the big bags. It's one option. I'm probably going to need at least a hay bale shed. Because I think we'll do hay bales for some of the crops. But yeah, so I don't know. I'm sort of undecided as exactly what we're going to do over there. But anyway, that's all right. Okay, let's have a bit of a look. I want to see what the state of the grass is in this other field. So if we go over here, select our grass, and then growth. So right, so it's not fully grown. It's been planted. It's not fully grown. The grass here is almost the point where it can be mowed. Well, it can be mowed. It's in the first stage of harvest. Just trying to think what we're going to do here. Right, grass. So that's grass there. I think what we might do is we might. I'm umming and ahhing about whether I should really actually plough this one in yet, because the fact that it's almost ready to harvest. I think we'll definitely plough this in and do that one, but I don't think we'll do the other. Now the other thing is, I don't know, am I going to actually need to cultivate it, or can I just plant straight over it? Interesting thought. Now I have got the Great Plains up here. I wonder. I don't believe I can, but you know what? Let's just try to test that theory out. Because I've harvested the grass, I don't know whether I can or not. In fact, let's just use the horse. He's already set, ready to go. So we'll grab the horse again. I'm pretty sure this isn't going to work, but hey, we'll just try it, just to settle our minds, because it's been a while since we've played Farming Sim, I suppose, full time. Now if this works as a bonus, I think I'm going to have to cultivate it in first. No, I don't. Bonus. Right, well, let's just seed over the grass. Why not? Makes it easy, doesn't it? Alright. So away we go. So yeah, so this is the one we've just taken the grass off. As you can see, there's a bit of dried grass on the field still. So we'll just take this all over as soybean, and so we'll have what's that? That'll be at least 3 fields of soybeans to do. Even though I said I was going to possibly do this corn, and that should be more than enough. As I try and take out that tree again. Yeah, so that'll work. That should work all right. It should work in our favour, I think. Right. I'm actually surprised that worked. I just had a funny feeling that it was going to work, but it's genuinely taken me by surprise, because I didn't think it was going to work. I just had that feeling. But anyway, all right. So we'll continue on getting this planted. And yeah, we're good to go again. This was the first field we cut out. So this is where we came up. We found this area. So this is where we're going to put our farmhouse and all that sort of stuff. And we carved out this field, and that was the start of our empire. I say empire. It's a very, very small empire at the moment. Very concentrated. But yeah, no. So it's developing, and I mean, like we have got nice views from up here, out overlooking the fields, over to the river there. Out over towards the sheep. You can you make out the sheep? Yeah, you can just sort of make out the sheep from here. Not the sheep themselves, but the pasture. So yeah, it's a nice little area to put things. We've got enough space down below where the old wood chip mill, the old sawmill used to be, that we got demolished. Has got plenty of space down there for storage and all that sort of stuff. So we can put more sheds down there as we need them, all that sort of stuff. So yeah, it's not too bad. I think we've turned out okay so far. All right. And you know what? That's it. We're basically almost at the end of an episode again. Time flies. I've got to say, the last 3 episodes that we've done here on Willamina, so this one and the last 2 in our return to Willamina, have gone so quick it is not funny. Like, it has literally seemed like about 10 minutes. for a 25 to 30 minute video. I certainly hope it's that quick for you when you're watching it back and it's not dragging along and boring you or anything, but yeah, it's a pleasant surprise in relation to how absorbing the map is and the game is at the moment for this map. So I hope you're enjoying it as much as what I am, because obviously losing track of time that easily must mean that I'm engrossed in it and I'm absorbed in it and enjoying it. So so yeah, I hope you're enjoying it as much as what I am. And on that note, I think it's time to start doing our sign off. So don't forget to come and join us on Discord, Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Don't forget to also consider becoming a patron of the channel, like my good mates Rabid Sean and DJ, GrizzlyBearSims, Feed Guy, Smoodo and DC. Who else is there? There's a couple of others there as well, and I apologise for not naming you directly, but your names will be up in the credits after this video. Thank you very much for your support of the channel. It is greatly appreciated. And of course, if you wish to become a Patreon, check the details down below. Anything from $1 onwards, there is no obligation or anything else like that. You're not obligated or thought of any less if you're not a Patreon. Obviously those that are Patreons are thought a little bit higher, because the fact that, well, the reality is they're supporting the channel financially, and that goes a long way to helping us make sure that we can continue to do this. So anyway, there's all that. Also, don't forget to press that like button if you did like the episode. Don't forget to leave a comment as well in relation to what you've liked, what you've disliked, what you would like to see going forward. And of course, if you're not already subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. And if you press that subscribe button, make sure you press that alarm notification icon as well, so you're made aware of when more videos are available on the channel. And until next time, no matter whether it's morning, afternoon, evening or night, no matter where you're in the world, take care of yourselves and your loved ones. And we'll see you again very, very soon back here at Duxel Gaming and Willamina Forest. See you all later. Bye.